Assemble, I'm Matt. Great to have you here. Today we're talking about AEW Fight Forever. It's been a hot minute since we've been able to even talk about this game, or even, gotta be honest, even like a little bit of a willingness to talk about this game. But I'm excited nonetheless because AEW Fight Forever is coming out with Season 4. The Season Pass for this edition is coming in at $19.99 for all of the features that we're about to talk about. The question to all of you is going to be in the comments below, and Matt will do his best to answer all of you, is going to be, what do you think of a $20 price point when it comes to a season pass for Fight Forever? I have seen the screenshots. I have seen the stuff posted where Walmart sells the game for $10, and then you're going to sell me a season 4 for $20. It's a lot. I personally think it's a little bit much, but we've had that conversation here on the past on the channel, is that I don't think that the price is necessarily the best thing to do for the video game to keep it going. But this pack is interesting. I will give them that. I am curious about it. So let's go through the breakdown of everything you're gonna get in Season 4 of Fight Forever. This video is sponsored by Fume. What's Fume? We're talking about flavored air. Look at this bad boy. This thing is really fantastic because it's non-toxic. There is no nicotine. It is not a vape. Now for somebody like me, it's more about the fidgetiness. I am what you would call maybe a nervous person. I like to do the twitching. Not only am I able to experience like the flavored air that they have within this, because it's actually like a little cartridge in here and it smells great. I have this orange vanilla one that's in here right now. And it smells fantastic, but because I can do this, the microphone. So I can sit at my desk and I could just fidget all day long with something like Fume. Multiple flavors, orange vanilla, one of my favorites. They got a mint over there too, and a lot more. There's also like a cranberry. I mean, it's simple enough just to take something like this and then just stick it in your mouth. That's what she said. Give Fume a try. I think you're gonna like it. Fume has served over 150,000 customers, and you could be one of the next success stories for them. So for a limited time, use my code ASSEMBLE to get 10% off a journey pack. Head to tryfume.com, that's tryfum.com, and use code ASSEMBLE or scan the QR code on screen. Save 10% on your order today. I'll start off by saying this. AEW Fight Forever has come out with an Ultimate Edition that is currently, as I'm looking at it on the Xbox store, it's probably available across PlayStation as well, but you're getting everything in the Ultimate Edition. So here's a breakdown for you if you're interested in that, because it kind of tells me what they're planning to do with this game and what its longevity might look like. So AEW Fight Forever Ultimate Edition in Canadian dollars is $99.99. Ooh, it's a little pricey, but here's what you get. You're going to get Fight Forever, the core game. You're going to get the Matt Hardy AEW pack. So you're going to get Matt Hardy as a pre-order bonus, which originally came out with the game. You're going to get FTR the Revival pack, which was also like their day one DLC. You're going to get Fight Forever Season Pass, so Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, and Season 4. It's the whole thing all together. Now, is this good value on its own? Before we get right into Season 4 and exactly what you're getting with the likes of Samoa Joe as one of the headliners there, $100 to get it all 4 seasons. And why are they doing a Ultimate Edition now? In my head, it's probably because they're done. There were articles recently about Fight Forever, and there was interviews done speaking with the developers and kind of what the roadmap had looked like, which is something that we had all been begging for, was a roadmap of what's going on with this game. And it seemed in those interviews that the team was talking about how Fight Forever has basically a roadmap for up to Season 4. And it seems like now that we know what's in Season 4, I wonder if we're kind of done with the game in its current state. We didn't get any new match types. We didn't get the big bug fixes done. They have continued to launch these season passes at like $10, $20 basically every single month and a half, 2 months-ish, and varying degrees of value in there for players. Now, with all of it, for $100, if you're a big AEW fan, it might be of good value to you because maybe you are somebody that waited. You didn't get it day one. For players like myself and others that got the game day one and you spent full retail price, it's kind of hard now when we're only a few months removed from the game. It hasn't been a full year. Has it been a full year for Fight Forever? I am lost on time, but it hasn't been that long. And for them to come out with what is a Ultimate Edition, I kind of feel bad for players who invested along the way, who got the core game, maybe Season 1, Season 2, and now they come out with an Ultimate Edition where everything's packaged up nicely. It's business. That's how it goes. I understand it. I wish they just lowered that price maybe for players. Season 4 is pretty interesting for what they're offering. So here's the breakdown. It includes access to even more AEW wrestlers, the All Japan Shrine and Fight Forever maps, new skins, attire options, tracks, loads of new moves, and the new tournament mode. So they are putting in a new match type in there, which is great. So in this pack, you get World War Joe, so you get Samoa Joe, Rated Gold Superstar Pack, Switchblade Tournament Pack, and Elite Beats and Stadium Expansion for free. So some of this content you can just put in there on its own without even having to pay for it. But for the main stuff, you got to get Season 4 pack. The whole breakdown of the content is Samoa Joe, Adam Copeland, Edge, Jay White. You get the Japan Shrine map, Fight Forever Haunted Forest map, the new tournament mode, 52 skins and attire options, 10 new music tracks, and 30 brand new moves. So right out of the gate, what do you think of Season 4 content? Getting Joe, excellent. Wish he was there day one. Getting Edge, Adam Copeland, getting him in there. I think that's awesome. That's great to see that he is relatively new to AEW, right? But they've been able to put him in the game, and we saw some of the screenshots too. It looks pretty good. Them adding new maps in there is also a benefit. I don't like the online mode that they have. I don't care for it. And the player base for the online mode is virtually dead, unfortunately. Like if you look at the Steam numbers on any given day, nobody's playing the online mode. There's no players in there, so you're playing against bots. So there really isn't a lot of value, I think, for players to jump in there. Jay White being added in, that's awesome. The pricing, I feel, is still an issue because you got Samoa Joe. If you want to buy Joe on his own, it's like $12 Canadian, or it's probably about $10 US. If you want to just get Samoa Joe on his own. So it really doesn't make any sense at that point that you just get Samoa Joe. You're going to get the whole pack to be able to get everything, which I understand from a marketing side and the business side, that's what you want to do to be able to drive people to pick up the entire season pass. But Joe on his own for $10 is a lot. And this is the other thing with AEW Fight Forever. The pricing model has been all over the place every single season. It feels like on any given day, you can get one wrestler for $5, the next wrestler's $9, some of the pack is $15, another pack is $20. It's all over the place and it lacks consistency. I think that they are putting in certain wrestlers and then they push the price point on them because maybe they feel that they are of more value and players are more likely to pick up, say, a Samoa Joe for the full price, one shot. And then they look at it and players go, well, for $10 more, I just get the whole season pass and I'm done. So I understand it from AEW side, the way they're doing it, but I feel like from Jamie Hayter, Tony Storm, Swerve, Joe, all over the place this entire year, it's really been all over the place with the pricing. The thing is, and the big question mark I have is what happens next? This is often when I talk about whether it's going to be Fight Forever or it's going to be 2K, and one of my big criticisms for both. What happens next? What's the follow through here? What are we going to get? By them announcing an Ultimate Edition, it really makes me feel like that's the end of it. That they don't have big time plans to support the game any further beyond Season 4. Is Season 4 a really good pack? I think it is of a lot of value. I think all three superstars, all three wrestlers, great value. The added maps, if you care for that, that's added in, that's cool too. But I think for a lot of the players that would be eager to jump back into this, they're wishing for more. I think the one good addition they have done in here for Season 4 is the tournament mode. It's a new match type. Yeah, it's gonna be one-on-one matches, but it's welcomed into this thing for me. I think having a tournament like a King of the Ring, and AEW loves doing tournaments, so it really fits in with what they do. I think what a lot of critiques out there might be is that a tournament mode should have been there day one. That's usually what this feels like. Also, I kind of feel like AEW Fight Forever is tripping on itself because they did Beat the Elite mode, which is a Towers mode, and now they have the tournament mode, which is a match type, like a King of the Ring. And they didn't do any more with Beat the Elite. So you paid for that in earlier seasons, and they didn't really follow up with it when you're gonna add in things like Beat the Elite for a triple threat match type, tag teams, and so on. They didn't customize it. So it's kind of like, yeah, we're done with that. That's over. We gave that for one season pass for 2 months. Now we have a tournament mode. And the tournament mode, yes, great. It should be in the core game. I shouldn't have to have it behind a paywall. Something like a tournament mode, the tournament feature should be just in there. It's singles matches going across. You create your own tournament and exhibition. It just doesn't have the format for it. You know what I mean? So I really wish they did add on more to that. The other thing is, with Fight Forever, my hope for players that want to enjoy the game is that now that season 4 is coming out and will be out shortly in full effect, that they do continue to support the game in a bigger way, but I feel concerned that they will not because of what is required. And I kind of feel like Fight Forever either needs to go into a 2.0 stage where they really try to take the assets and they beef it up and relaunch with a second game, take a break, or they got to double down on the support with this and almost try to revitalize it in some big way. To me, you need to have all the new updated arenas. Where is Collision? Where is the new templates? They gave us the updated Dynamite. It feels lackluster in that regard. The roster is fairly beefy when you add in all of the DLC. I will give them that. It starts to feel more well-rounded, but it still lacks things like multi-man match types. Options within match customization should be in there. And I really feel, in my opinion, one of the big things, and it's probably a big undertaking, but some type of create a pay-per-view, something akin to a universe mode, where you can go in like the old school days of just create a pay-per-view, create a show. And even on that small scale, I think it would work wonders for players to be able to feel more invested. They can create the pay-per-views, bring in more of the assets for the current pay-per-views, the logos, the updated stuff that way, so that you can give not just new attires, 52 new attires. That's nice, but I think a lot of players would hope for more create an arena assets added in so that they could recreate things like Winter is Coming and being able to recreate some of the updated arenas and shows. There are aspects to the game I feel are still missing. So one of my criticisms for the game the whole way through till now has been, it's great that the roster is there and you got Adam Copeland, you got Joe, you got Switchblade Jay White, but I'm not doing anything different in the game. They're still plaguing with the same issues. So as cool as the roster might be, it doesn't have the depth that I'm looking for. And some players feel that way and others don't, and that's cool. Some people will say, you know what, it's enough for me. I think season 4 has a lot of value. I think the price point overall is a little too aggressive, and I worry what they do next, what they don't do next. Do we get more support? Is there a season 5? What do you guys think that Fight Forever should do? And what do you think they probably will do? But if you guys want more talk about WWE, 2K, AEW, anything like that, hit subscribe, hit the like button. I will see you on the next one. Bye.